Hey, Battle Bill, here with another video. Today we're getting some more battles from the Twitch stream. I really do want to crank out as much content as possible, and just considering things that are going on in my life outside of Pokemon, doing it from the Twitch stream is just the most efficient way for me to get content out on Twitch and get y'all some content on YouTube and show my love and spread it as much as possible. So I talked about in the last video using Thickbreon, aka level 51 Umbreon in some open Ultra League, and that is what we're going to do. I've only used this team for one set. It's the set over here, not the 1 and 4, the one right below it. It's a 3 and 2, and I'm liking it a bit. Cresselia is pretty basic meta. Talonflame is the new hype of Ultra League, so I definitely want to get that little bit of a test here too. I know it's going to have a ton of success. It's pretty high up on the meta rankings, and I just want to give you a team that you could potentially have success with. So again, nothing too spicy here, but the logic is to cover Umbreon's weaknesses to both fighting and charm, so that's why Pokemon like Cresselia and Talonflame back it up so well. Hopefully I can have an even better set than the 3 and 2 for this set, but however this set goes is what you're going to be seeing for these battles. But I do feel confident in this team, so if these battles don't necessarily go well, it does not mean that the team is not a team that you can have success with. So let's jump into these battles. If you're excited for some more Thickbreon hype along with Community Day Talonflame, please don't forget to drop a like, a comment, or subscribe. It's free. It's greatly appreciated as I continue to crank out this content and do it as consistently as possible for you all. So let's get into this first matchup. Did I queue into Premier? I don't think that was possible, considering the fact I have Cresselia on my team. But seeing an Empoleon, this is the most ideal spot for me to run into Empoleon, because we win this matchup, and we definitely don't want to. We definitely don't want a Steel type lineup with Cresselia, and we definitely don't want those Waterfalls and those Hydro Cannons to be lining up with Talonflame. So let's see what we can do here. I know we win this lead. How I would typically play with the other team in yesterday's video is I would actually lose this lead on purpose so I can get some farm. I don't think I'm going to do the same thing here. Depending on where I get it health-wise, maybe I will. Because Talonflame can chunk or tank a Waterfall or 2. So maybe if I feel like I can Incinerate down and like 2 Incinerates, that'll be my play. But let's see. So they're going for another Hydro Cannon here. I should almost be at the next foul play, or I should be right at the next foul play. Awesome. Of course, I got an extra Waterfall through. It'd be like that. Again, shout out Wallower. I really need to learn how to do my fast move denial, because I still haven't put in the time or effort to learn that. Do they attempt to Waterfall me down? It looks like they didn't realize that we have a level 51 Thickbreon here, and they're going to have to double shield if this is what they want to do. What I will do is I probably will come into Talonflame here, because once they throw this Hydro Cannon, 1 Incinerate should be enough, and I can always shield the Hydro Cannon. I got my Incinerate through. Perfect. I don't even think it was mathematically possible for them to be at 2 Hydro Cannons as much as they got in some nice farm, but I'm confident in Talonflame's abilities for that to KO. Beautiful. Now, let's see what they have in the back. Okay. Giratina altered. We're going to Brave Bird for some neutral, heavy hitting neutral damage, and then we're going to dip to clear the debuffs so that we can then Moonblast with Cresselia. Wow, that did a lot of damage. I'm feeling like there's probably... Okay, they threw. I was going to say, I'm feeling like there's probably a Registeel back there, but honestly, even if there was, I don't think that'd be the worst thing in the world, because Talonflame with the shield would do really well against it. So let's see how this plays out. I'm kind of feeling optimistic here. They've stayed in, so what that's shouting in my face is that whatever they have in the back must be weak to Cresselia too. Because if they had like a actual counter to Talonflame, they would have just brought it in there. But yeah, that Brave Bird did a lot. That was ideal. Oh, this is GG. Beautiful. Beautiful first match. Won the lead, and based on winning the lead, things lined up nicely. Cresselia should be able to get off 2 Moonblasts here, and then we probably just Incinerate down, or my opponent decides that they recognize their situation and they don't have a win condition and they decide to just quit. It doesn't seem like the latter is going to happen. It seems like, oh, they're going to throw. Okay. I respect my opponent for believing that they still got a little bit of fight left in this one, but I hate to break the news. This one's as over as it gets. Even if they get an Ancient Power buff, I'm confident in Talonflame to, yeah, slaughter. They also just didn't get the They didn't get the Ancient Power buff either. And that's GG match number 1. And I don't really have anything else to say about it. We beat a fairly meta team. I don't know if Empoleon is a Pokemon that you see often in Open Ultra, but I know Giratina Altered and Togekiss are definitely all over the place. I'm also still readjusting to doing some Open Ultra League battles, and I might actually stick with it. I think Umbreon really has its best play in Open Ultra League. It wins so many matchups, and of course there's just so many more Ghosts and Psychic types all over the Open Ultra League meta compared to the Premier meta. So I might actually stick around in Open Ultra until queue times get too long. But you can see my elo right now. Actually, the last set was a 3 and 2. It took me to play 2270, which isn't that big of a difference from where I'm currently at. So I got a ways to go before I worry about long queue times. I know there's some savages out there killing it with like 2600, 2700 elo already. So we just take it at our own pace. We're hitting legend no matter what this season. I'm not worried about it. I want to get y'all the most content that I possibly can. And whether that means I'm trying out Spice, trying out new things, playing in different leagues, do the whole 9 yards for all y'all. Okay, so this opponent is deciding to throw Rock Slides. I've learned earlier when I saw this matchup that I win this matchup against Melmetal. And if they play it how my last opponent did, they will superpower, not on the next one, but the one after. But let's see. Okay, they got a Thunder Shock through and a Charge move, but I also got a Snarl through. I'm also not worried about Superpower really doing that much damage to me. Yep, through another Rock Slide. Yeah, ironically, even though Melmetal has a fighting move, we win this matchup pretty comfortably. They decide to shield. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll match their shield, because the only way we really lose this is if we let a Superpower through and then we just continue to let Superpowers through. I don't even think them baiting Rock Slide allows them to win this, because they would just need to. I mean, I survived. This is definitely Superpower. Superpower cheaper. I still survived this. That was a good bait though. Shout out to them for that bait. But I survived this. So the only way they win this is if they decide to shield again. But even then, they're not going to Thunder Shock me down. So maybe they don't win this in any circumstance. They would have to outpace me. But regardless, they didn't shield. Unfortunately, they're going to get a little bit of farm with their Gyarados here. Not sure how common of a Pokemon this is, but Gyarados definitely could give this team comp a hard time. The crunches are going to be super effective from the Gyarados, so that's not ideal. Thankfully, Cresselia is as meta as it gets. It's an extremely bulky Pokemon. I guess I shield the first crunch, because if I throw the Moonblast, there's a 10% chance of a debuff. But at the same time, maybe I should just save that shield for Talonflame. So there's always that logic. But I feel like they're going to get off 2 crunches, and I need to make sure I get rid of this Gyarados. So committing to Cresselia sounds like it was the play. Alright. Okay. Not great. I mean, I doubt they're running Ancient Power. If Ancient Power made a comeback, then I'd cry a little bit, but even the double super effective Ancient Power isn't going to one-shot me, because Ancient Power is such a terrible move. So, okay. Here's the real question. Do I just go mad obvious and Flame Charge, then Brave Bird, and they definitely don't shield the first one, and then they shield the second one? Nah, I'm a double Brave Bird. If they outpace me, which they probably do, because Incinerate takes forever. They shielded! What? I'm actually really upset about that. Because if I Flame Charge, this next Brave Bird would have done so much damage. Probably enough to one-shot. Instead, I'm getting farmed down. At least with the double Brave Bird, it's less farm. But still. I think I lose this. Because that Gyarados left with energy. I'm almost confident it's at a crunch. I can't Grass Knot the Giratina. It's not going to take it out. I need to Moonblast here. I want to Grass Knot the Gyarados, but I'm going to just get outpaced. Yep, there we go. GG. Respect to them. Oh, they probably only had an Aqua Tail, considering how much damage that just did. Yep, they only need an Aqua Tail. I don't know if Grass Knot even takes out at that health, though. Grass Knot doesn't get stabbed. Cresselia is too bulky. So that was unfortunate. Mostly because of the fact that if I baited the Flame Charge, I could have won that match. I'm still confused as to why they shielded the first one. Considering if I Flame Charge, then the next one just destroys the Giratina. But at the same time, then if I destroy the Giratina, then they can farm a Gyarados. But then again, Cresselia has had a bunch more health. I don't know. I mean, it worked. The way they played it worked. So, GG. We move on to the next one. Definitely a close one there. Let's see what we can do in this third match. We have Umbreon up against Cresselia. So, this is a positive matchup, even though Cresselia has super effective Moonblasts. We have super effective Foul Plays. I like to overcharge this, but a lot of these Cresselia stay in a bit. So I'm not going to overcharge because I've already been caught in situations where I'd overcharge and then they'd catch after my overcharge. So I haven't been the happiest in those situations. I'll let them get off there. Moonblast here. Moonblast does do a decent chunk to Umbreon. I'll give it its credit. So I got, alright, I was going to say I overcharged again, watch him cash his Foul Play. I'm pretty confident I should win this matchup, right? Yeah, another Foul Play takes him out, and I survive a Moonblast. And I snuck a Snarl through, which is beautiful. I'm wondering maybe they're just assuming they like lose this, so they're just going to sacrifice Cress, and they probably are like double weak to Umbreon in the back. Like they have this weakness to Umbreon and then something else in the back that's weak to Umbreon. So like let's let Cresselia do what it can. Oh. Questionable. Extremely questionable. We're not complaining. I don't get why you would play out the entire matchup to almost just barely lose, especially if we're going to come with Poliwrath. Me getting in that extra Snarl was not a big deal for Umbreon on a Poliwrath matchup. And they quit. Beautiful. We take that GG. I've been seeing a lot of Poliwraths recently. I'm seeing them in Ultra Premier, like you saw in yesterday's video. And since I went into Open Ultra, that's like the third or fourth one. And I haven't done that many matches. So it's interesting to see Poliwrath come back into the meta. Haven't really seen Poliwrath much since like season 1 or 2. But let me know if that's something new to me or new to everybody. Alright. Umbreon on Swampert. This is positive. But we also have Cress with Grass Knot, which does well. So yeah, this is not exactly the easiest team to build, I will say that. I don't think you necessarily need a fully level 51 XL Umbreon to have success with it in Open Ultra. The other issue becomes, well, we did just have a whole community day, so I think you kind of should be able to max out a Talonflame, depending on how much time you spend playing community day. And then Cress I'm running Grass Knot on, so that's also an elite TM move that you need, well, obviously you need an elite TM for, or you need the research breakthrough that happened a while ago when they gave you the Cresselia from it with Grass Knot. I happen to elite TM mine because I also have a Grass Knot with Cresselia in Great League, but yeah, this is not necessarily the easiest team to make, but I do think you can get away with a lower level Umbreon, which will allow a little bit better access, and then Talonflame just had a community day for, and you probably could have success with Cresselia without Grass Knot and Elite TM, and Cresselia is a pretty common Pokemon. So let's let both of these Hydro Cannons come through. This is a tight matchup. Okay. So do I get the shields and then they just decide to win lead 1-0, or do they not commit the shields here? No, a lot of people aren't committing the shield in Open Ultra. Whereas in Ultra Premier, I usually get a lot of people committing that shield. And we're going up against a fellow Talonflame. And that explains why they weren't committing the shields. Because they'd much rather have the shield in their Talonflame, especially as it gets a bit of a head start in its matchup against my back line. So that's 3 Incinerates, which is not ideal. I don't want to bring in Cress here, because not having Future Sight actually hurts this situation. Our backline is a bit weak to opposing Talonflames. They're currently at 4, 5. Awesome, I got one through. You think they Brave Bird me and dip? That'd be a savage play, and I will get baited. Ooh, okay, good. Good. Nice. They were at 5, which, even at maximum energy, you can't have 2 Brave Birds. And they didn't sneak an Incinerate through, which is pretty hype. Okay. Got a shield back. Their defense is now low. My attack is now high. Wait a minute. They threw and then the Incinerate came through. I don't think this is another Brave Bird. It is another Brave Bird. What could they possibly have in the back that they're still here after throwing 2 Brave Birds? Do they also have Cresselia in the back? I will take that. Okay. That's a weird looking Cresselia. I'll tell you that much. Not ideal. I could Brave Bird. I think Brave Birding was probably the play. But we get to both moves at the same time. So they really need to be risky. Yep. Oh, I wish I would have snuck through an Incinerate there. Well, let's see how much this does. Shout out to the thick Mandibuzz, thick flying Umbreon. Okay. That does quite a bit. Preferably, I would like to have swapped there and caught. But I think I win this. I think I win this. I have Moonblast, and I'm not going to die to this, and I have a Flame Charge. Yeah, this is GG. Beautiful. This is my take a minute. Is this fully XL'd? Is this what Mandibuzz maxes out at? 2346. But, yo, shout out to the thick flying Umbreon, or flying thick Breon, aka XL Mandibuzz. That Moonblast still be hitting, though, and I got the attack debuff. And this is as good as over. This will be a solid positive set. They're deciding to quit. You love to see it. Currently 3-1. I'm telling you, I'm feeling pretty good about this team. I don't think it's anything unique. I feel like anybody could easily have come up with this team. But you're getting to see it in action, and it's a bit costly. So if you want to make the decision on if it's worth the investment, I know it's only one set of battles, but the previous one was a positive set, and I think this is something based on just coverage-wise fits really well with Umbreon. And even though our backline had a bit of an issue against Talonflames, we clearly handled that pretty well in the last match. Okay. Umbreon on Lapras lead. Huh. An open Ultra. These Laprases are running Ice Beam, right? Not Skull Bash. It's an Ultra Premier. They're almost definitely running Skull Bash. I don't think that changes this matchup. I feel like if anything, them running Ice Beam and not buffing up their own defense just makes this matchup better for me. It'd be pretty savage if they were running Skull Bash and Open Ultra, though. With all the potential Giratina alternates. I mean, maybe Skull Bash is still the play in Open Ultra. Because, like, the Ice Shards do plenty. Like, do you really need charge move damage in that Lapras on Giratina altered matchup? And who doesn't love throwing a double resisted Skull Bash? And bulking your own defense along the way. Okay, Surf there. It seems like a double Surf. Maybe they have more energy in that, but it's definitely not a Skull Bash. Maybe Ice Beam? Ice Beam. Okay, there we go. No problem. Not too worried about it. I guess if they... I mean, I'll survive another Surf. I think that was all their energy. They've done 2 Ice Shards. So they're 2 away from another Surf. My issue is I start counting after moves have been thrown, and I wasn't fully paying attention to all the moves that were thrown. I'm going to assume this is a Surf. Beautiful. I was technically 1 off. So we technically still win this, even with them having Ice Beam in the no shield. So that's always hype. Thick Brown stays thick. I guess this is one of those matchups where you definitely kind of need level 51 because lower level you won't have the HP and the defense to survive the way I just did. Okay. Not great to see this thing right now because it just snarled me all the way down. So that's not ideal. Now it has all this energy. At least I snuck in a whole Incinerate. I feel like it's almost guaranteed that I shield, so... I thought because it was a guarantee that I'd shield that, maybe they'd bait. I am baited, Bill, for a reason. Don't you watch my content, sir? I typically get baited. Oh, no. So their back line just absolutely obliterates Cresselia's. I will tell you that much. What was their lead? They hate Cresselia. I respect it. What was their lead again? I forgot. Lapras. So I guess, technically, Well, I definitely should have shielded the Sludge Wave. But, you know, hindsight be 20/20. Can I get one through? Okay. I really wanted to get that through. I'm pretty confident I'm screwed here. They definitely have Shadow Ball. And the Alolan Muck's going to slaughter me, too. Now I'm going to get baited. But we take the positive set. And I overcharged to play into a CMP loss. Oh, you love to see it, man. You love to see it. But it's okay. This team's like, we hate Cresselia, and I'm currently running Cresselia. I'll tell you one thing. They're very thankful that they saw my Umbreon where they saw it. I will tell you that much. They are very thankful they saw my Umbreon where they saw it, because Umbreon would have slaughtered the Gengar and had a positive matchup against the Alolan Muck. Unfortunately, got wasted on the Lapras. But, you know, it be like that sometimes. Talonflame does not have a Flame Charge. Imagine the Talonflame had a Flame Charge and I somehow came out of this winning this match. This definitely gets the shields. Oh, man, I really wish I had a Flame Charge. So honestly, I mean, this is like one charge move difference of winning. So considering their backline slaughters me, not a bad match to end on. We end up 3-2 in the set. We take it. Positive's positive. I definitely think this is a team worth the investment, a team you could have success with in Open Ultra League. I will continue to test it more. Like I said, I think I'm going to spend more time in Open Ultra League this season than I have in a minute. And if anything changes, I'll make sure I report back in a future YouTube video. But hey, shout out GBL Stunfisk encounter. In case you're grinding the electric event, quick little piece of information. Stunfisks, the Unova Stunfisk, give a guaranteed XL candy for every catch, as we're about to see on screen right now. Even in the wild, GBL gives a guaranteed, but even in the wild, if you find a Stunfisk, it's a guaranteed XL. You want to start maybe hunting those, grinding those for your Galarian Stunfisks, so you can use those in Ultra Premier. I don't know how well they do in Open Ultra. I'm sure Galarian Stunfisk is a beast in either of those leagues. But we go from 2276 to 2292, and we have a positive set to end the video and end the stream. Let me know what you thought of the battles. Let me know what you're playing around with in Open Ultra. And like I said, I'm going to try and get some content out a lot more from the stream, so it should be coming more consistently. I might even do some shoutcasts from the stream. I do apologize that my stream layout doesn't have the move sets on it, but what I could do in the beginning of the video, let me know in the comment section if you think this is a good idea or not, is I can scroll through the Pokemon, like Umbreon's running Snarl, Last Resort, Foul Play, Cresselia's running Psycho Cut, Grass Knot, Moonblast, and then Talonflame's running Incinerate, Brave Bird, Flame Charge. I'm obviously telling you this at the end of the video, which is completely useless information now, but let me know if I should include that in the beginning of the video when I do it from stream, so you have that information, or if you think seeing it in the battle is plenty. But on that note, thank y'all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next